Jon Snow's true parentage has been one of the most significant mysteries in Game of Thrones. For most of his life, Jon believed he was the illegitimate son of Eddard Stark, raised in Winterfell as the Stark family's bastard. But in the final season of the show, we learned the shocking truth, that Jon Snow is actually the son of Rhaegar Targaryen, the crown prince of the Targaryen dynasty, and Lyanna Stark, Ned Stark's sister. But how did Jon's true parentage remain a secret for so long? What does this hidden legacy mean for Jon and the future of Westeros? Let's unravel the true story of Jon Snow's parents, a tale of love, betrayal, and hidden bloodlines that shaped the fate of the Seven Kingdoms. Let's go back to the early days of the Targaryen dynasty and the events leading up to the Robert's Rebellion, a conflict that would forever change the course of history in Westeros. Rhaegar Targaryen, the crown prince, was considered the ideal heir, handsome, talented, and loved by many. Yet, despite his position, Rhaegar's heart wasn't with the woman he was married to, Elia Martell. Instead, Rhaegar's heart belonged to Lyanna Stark. Lyanna Stark, the sister of Ned Stark, was a beautiful, fierce woman with a will of her own. Her relationship with Rhaegar was a secret, one that would lead to the most explosive events in Westeros' history. For years, rumors circulated that Rhaegar had abducted Lyanna, but the truth was far different. It was a love story, not one of abduction, and their relationship was deeply romantic and tragically misunderstood by most of Westeros. It was this forbidden love that ultimately set in motion the Robert's Rebellion, a rebellion that would overthrow the Targaryen dynasty and reshape the future of Westeros. With the outbreak of Robert's Rebellion, Lyanna Stark was taken to the Tower of Joy, where she gave birth to a child, Jon Snow. But this wasn't just any child. Jon Snow was the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark, making him the true heir to the Iron Throne. After the rebellion, Ned Stark, Lyanna's brother, found his sister dying in the Tower of Joy. On her deathbed, she entrusted Ned with her son Jon and made him swear to keep the secret of Jon's parentage. Ned, ever the loyal brother, took Jon in as his own illegitimate child, raising him in Winterfell to protect him from those who would want to kill him to eliminate the Targaryen bloodline. This is where the true story of Jon Snow's parentage was buried, hidden in plain sight. He was raised in Winterfell, surrounded by his Stark siblings, but in truth, Jon was not Ned's son. He was the legitimate son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark, the true heir to the Iron Throne. So why does Jon Snow's Targaryen blood matter? For most of the series, Jon believed he was nothing more than a bastard and outsider, someone who didn't belong to the Stark family. But when we learn the truth about Jon's heritage, we realize just how important his Targaryen bloodline is. Jon Snow's true parentage makes him not only the son of Lyanna Stark, a noble Stark princess, but also the son of Rhaegar Targaryen, the prince who was loved by many and had a claim to the Iron Throne. Jon is a living heir to the Targaryen dynasty and is also one of the very few people in Westeros with the bloodline that could unite the Seven Kingdoms under one rule. This is why Jon's role is so crucial in the fight for the throne. As the son of Rhaegar, Jon has a stronger claim to the throne than even Daenerys Targaryen herself, making his true heritage one of the most dangerous secrets in Westeros. Throughout his life, Jon Snow struggled with his identity. He grew up believing that he was an illegitimate son, someone who didn't belong. But after learning the truth about his parentage, Jon was forced to reckon with his place in the world. Should he claim his birthright as the true heir to the Iron Throne? Or should he continue his loyal service to the Stark family who raised him? Jon's journey of self-discovery is not just about discovering who he truly is, but what kind of ruler he would be. Would he take the Iron Throne? Or would he sacrifice that power to preserve the Stark legacy? Would his reign be one of justice and peace, or would the power struggle tear him apart? This conflict within Jon Snow is one of the most compelling aspects of his character. He's the son of Rhaegar Targaryen, but he has always been raised as a Stark of Winterfell, loyal to his family in the north. His decision about what to do with his newfound legacy is one of the central questions of the Game of Thrones series. Now that Jon Snow's true heritage has been revealed, we can see just how much of an impact this has on the future of Westeros. Jon, with his Targaryen blood, has a legitimate claim to the Iron Throne, but he also has the honor and loyalty of the Stark family behind him. Could this combination of power and integrity have united the realm under one banner? Jon Snow's potential as a ruler could have brought peace to Westeros, but it also would have put him in direct conflict with other factions. Would Cersei Lannister have surrendered the throne to him? Could Daenerys Targaryen have accepted Jon's claim to the throne? Or would she have seen him as a threat to her own ambitions? The battle for the Iron Throne was never just about power. It was about legitimacy, family, and the future of Westeros. Jon Snow, with his Targaryen and Stark blood, could have been the one to unite the kingdom, but only if he could overcome the challenges of his heritage and make the difficult choices that came with it. Jon Snow's true parentage is one of the most important revelations in the world of Game of Thrones, and it's a story filled with secrets, sacrifice, and loyalty. The fact that Jon is the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark means that he is not just a bastard, he is the rightful heir to the Iron Throne. But with this revelation comes a deeper question. Would Jon have been able to accept his place on the throne, and what kind of king would he have been? Would he have been a Targaryen king, wielding dragons and power? Or would he have been a Stark king, focused on the well-being of his people and the honor of his family? Ultimately, Jon Snow's story is one of identity, legacy, and destiny, and his true parentage is the key to understanding his place in the world. So, what do you think? How would Jon Snow have ruled Westeros as a Targaryen Stark heir? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth theories and alternate endings for Game of Thrones.